A unified retelling of the epic heroes' adventures and accomplishments takes place against a vast setting, pay attention, sometimes extending beyond national boundaries and even into the cosmos, in the universe. Milton's Paradise Lost, for example, reaches beyond the Garden of Eden to heaven and hell. Likewise, Aeneas travels to the underworld to obtain advice from his father's spirit. The action of an epic encompasses valorous deeds against terrible odds, often in conflict with supernatural forces or the gods themselves, such as you remember, Odysseus' battle for survival against Poseidon, god of the sea. Epic language is sonorous and weighty, pay attention, underline, held together by a dignified meter. Homer and his imitators use dactylic hexameter, a long line composed of 18 syllables, underline, divided into three, the first syllable being accented and the last two unaccented. Bazıları aksanlı, bazıları aksansız oluyor. Epic poets often invoke some supernatural power, seeking divine assistance in recalling and narrating the story, as when Milton calls on the Holy Spirit to help him explain the fall of human beings from God's grace. Other literary conventions that epic writers may employ include beginning at the most crucial point of the conflict. In Latin, just pay attention, this is called in medias res, and recounting at a later time the events which led to the situation. In addition, there may be long list of catalogs of ships, warriors, or gods, so many characters. An epic question as to the nature and cause of the conflict, followed by a short, pithy response. Lengthy descriptions such as Homer's detailing of scenes pictured on Achilles' shield. Eloquent speeches and great debates and elongated, ornate similes. And finally, in Western literature, Homer's epics occupy a central place. Because of their detailed genealogies, at one time they served as points of reference for the oldest and most respected families in the Mediterranean world. As literary masterpieces in ancient times, they were read and discussed by schoolboys, including Alexander the Great, Iskender, who is said to have memorized all the passages that refer to his hero Achilles. So he loved Achilles. Homer's emphasis on humanistic values, honor, truth, compassion, loyalty, devotion, underline all those points to family and gods, gives his works religious and ethical significance as guidebooks to moral behavior. To historians and archaeologists, Homer works offer valuable information about life in the Bronze Age, such as burial customs, tribal organization, class distinction, and warfare. As sources of enlightenment and entertainment, the Iliad and the Odyssey have influenced major writers, you can imagine, philosophers, sculptors, and painters since the 8th century BC, including the 20th century filmmakers like the movie Troy. Her birinize esenlikler diliyorum. Derslerinize çalışın. Gelecek hafta görüşmek üzere. İyi günler diliyorum.